Thanks for your grace. I'm really honored to be here, and if I'm honest, a little bit uneasy to be standing here today because for most of my life, I didn't think that this was my fight. I grew up Jewish, went to Sunday school, Hebrew school, became a bar mitzvah, had my first kiss on a kibbutz while on a trip to Israel in high school, met my now husband at our Jewish fraternity in USC. And, during that entire time, I saw the headlines we all saw. Apartheid, mass displacement, airstrikes. I stayed silent. I thought, this is too complicated. I don't know enough. My voice won't make a difference. And I now know that my silence and my ignorance was complicity. After October 7, every day brought more horrifying images. Children pulled from rubble, journalists executed, churches, mosques, hospitals, and universities destroyed, entire families and cities wiped out. And in the face of this, we watched as organizations like AIPAC and ADL weaponized our trauma, our history as Jews, to justify state violence and to shame us for calling it what it was, a genocide. And I was running for city council at the time, and people told me to just stay in my lane, don't step in it, focus on winning this race. And I was also finishing my master's at UCLA, and almost exactly a year ago, many of my classmates were in the Solidarity encampment when they were violently attacked by far-right actors and white supremacists, while campus police stood by and just watched. And the next day, I joined my classmates outside the encampment. We locked arms and facing hundreds of police from city, county, and state who had surrounded the encampment on all sides. And my heart was pounding, and I felt pressure and the sense of danger. And hours before any of the violence broke out, I stepped away and I went home. I felt just uneasy, and the next morning, I woke up to the videos of my classmates bloodied, brutalized by police, one of my friends hospitalized with a head injury, and their courage really shook me, and it lit a fire in me, because if they were risking arrest, violence, and their academic futures, what was my excuse? So some advocates, including folks from IfNotNow, came to ask for a ceasefire resolution from the city of Culver City, and I joined them. And I was the only candidate to even mention it. And after I spoke out, Democrats for Israel LA wrote my name in bright red text on their list of candidates to oppose, one of only 3 in the whole county, and we still won. Yep. And, to those who think, like I once did, that this isn't our fight, make no mistake, this isn't just Israel's war, it's America's war. We are bankrolling it. We're spending billions on weapons to wipe out entire communities while our own go without adequate housing, healthcare, and education. And now, shame. And now this administration is weaponizing our identities, our faith, and our grief to target and disappear anyone who dares to speak out against it. Tough student Rumeysa Ozturk was abducted in broad daylight by the Department of Homeland Security for writing an op-ed. Mahmoud Khalil, a permanent U.S. resident facing deportation for organizing peaceful demonstrations. They're both being held as political prisoners in Louisiana while they face deportation. If it can happen to Mahmoud or Rumeysa, it can happen to us, to anyone. So to my fellow Jews who are still on the sidelines like I once was, hear me. You don't need to be a historian or a theologian, to speak out. It doesn't matter if you're religious, secular, spiritual, or even Jewish. This is your fight. We are here because we believe in the words of the Torah that all people are created b'tselem Elohim, in the image of God. We are here because we refuse to let our identities and our grief be used as a shield for occupation, displacement, and genocide. We are here because we know that never again means never again for anyone. Our struggles are shared, our liberations are intertwined. Yes, it will feel overwhelming. Your heart will beat fast. You might want to walk away just like I did. But as the Talmud teaches us, do not be daunted by the enormity of the world's grief. Do justly now, love mercy now, walk humbly now. You are not obligated to complete the work, neither are you free to abandon it. When you speak out, your friends, your family, your neighbors will be inspired to speak too, because your courage is contagious. As Elie Wiesel once said, we must always take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. But we are not going to be indifferent, right? We're going to keep showing up for Rumeysa, for Mahmoud, for every voice they try to silence. We will raise ours louder and louder. And we will say together, not in our name.
Not in our name.
Not on our watch.
Not on our watch.
Never again.
Never again.
Thank y'all.